We'll end that game, and now we can set ourselves up at the cliff. The forces of darkness closing faster, but there are special quests with local pirates and large buildable area. We could go to the forest, where new students on average are poorer than elsewhere. More of them are werewolves. An ancient troll might cause trouble, and there's a large buildable area. And then finally, we have the desert. Hunger and tiredness grow faster. Special opportunities with desert gin. And large buildable area. I am happy to go for any of these. Probably not the forces of darkness close in faster. I feel like that's something I'm going to be a lot easier, a lot more capable of managing as I know build orders a little bit better. Let's try that desert. I like the idea, Gallifreys. Choose a spellbook, level 3. You receive a new spellbook according to the number of completed objectives, so we are getting the highest that we possibly can. The Necronomicon increases the room's efficiency by 3% anytime there is an explosion or a portal opened by a student. There's a higher magic spellbook, lowers the level requirement for wearing equipment pieces by 1 for all students. This doesn't say that they can't go below 0, or rather can't go to 0, can't go below 1. But I assume that they can't still. If they can go to 1, then this is suddenly incredible. They can't go below 0, but can they go below 1? Can they go to 0? There's also the Great Book of Runes. Rune scriptoriums increase the efficiency of rooms in the same row by 30%. Start each level with a rune scriptorium. Honestly, starting with all of our rooms having 30% more efficiency is pretty good. The desert has a large buildable area, it said. Like, it was, like, reasonably large buildable area or something like that, if I recall correctly. Which means that we would be able to make a relatively large row. This would already give us some alchemy focus, because it gives us the rune scriptorium. Giving us a little bit of alchemy focus gives us the ability to start focusing on potions very early, and then use our potion focus to then give us the ability to just diversify after the fact, because you can create other alchemical resources which give you other manas. I mean, the alternative is we go Necronomicon, and then we try and find Shadow as quickly as we possibly can. So in the last one, we went for Alchemy, Shadow, and Light, right? Alchemy, Shadow, and Light. But we went very broadly across those. So what I'm thinking I may want to do instead this time might be something closer to, like, defining the top level studies that I actually build based on the end futures that I need to get, and starting to actually separate individual buildings more commonly. Portals and demonology does really, 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 really appeal. A lot of the people who are good at studying demonology especially are also evil. Evil students seem like they misbehave a little more commonly as well. Yeah, let's try and focus on portals and demonology, because I didn't focus on arcane, which is portals, last time, and I didn't focus on natural. There's nothing here that's naturally set for natural stuff, so we'll take that instead. Curse. You must choose a new curse at the end of each level. Sloth Curse. Your students' needs grow more often in bursts. All new students have 1 or 2 extra floors. Good lord. An Anti-Magic Curse reduces all mana gains by 10%, but increases all gold gains by 20%. Decreases all mana gains, but increases all gold gains by 20%? Maybe if I was in the forest, I would take Anti-Magic Curse, just because all of the students are poorer on average, so it seems like a little bit more money, seems like it makes a bit more sense there. Sloth Curse, your students' needs grow more often in bursts, I think. How do you check uptime again? It's just directly printed below the stream. A Sand Citadel. The Great Burning Sand Desert is a dangerous, hostile land. It is the perfect place to hide a school from the forces of evil. On the other hand, It's also not a great place to live for the students. Also be aware of the desert djinn. They are very unstable magical creatures. So we have a modifier heat wave. The tiredness and hunger of teachers and students grows faster. Okay. We may have chosen an ill-fated opening here. We'll have to protect our teachers well and protect them from the sun. We can get a Bright Staff Refectory as well as a magical hat here. The Bright Staff Refectory is going to be extremely useful in lowering the requirements of 7 different teachers at the same time, so that could easily be good. The desert is full of alchemical compounds. We could get 550 alchemical mana, get us off the ground with that one. Or what could we do with all this sand? Get 2 large hourglasses. What is a large hourglass again? I've forgotten those. I don't know. I don't recall. Andy asks, I'm sure you may have answered this at some time, but do you plan on ever putting these as VODs on YouTube? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't really want to hard focus on alchemy again. We did a very hard focus on alchemy last time. Magical hat and the Bright Staff Refectory. Sure. Let's go with that. It seems like the hourglass would be related to temporal magic, but then I'm going to need to get my way all the way to a temporal room and things like that to suddenly start focusing on it a little bit more. Magical hat. Active teachers in this room have a chance of improving their pedagogy. Although the Bright Staff Refectory cannot hold that. Interesting. Interesting. Let's draw a couple more cards before I even put anything down here, I think. Private apartments. Okay, well, private apartment would have the ability to hold the magical hat, and that is where the teachers can rest. I love getting private apartments because now they don't actually have to sleep off-site. Another private apartments or an no, wait. I don't care about an alchemy room. Right? But currently I make no mana, and I have no plan at any point in the future to make mana, so I'm gonna take a private apartment, and then I'm gonna hope like heck that I get some mana from Shadow Room, we do! I love it when the game bails me out after I make a bunch of bad decisions. Thanks, game. Okay, let's set up our refectory. Then a... not student hall. Bright Staff Refectory is across. Yeah, it is. And then the private apartments are ups and across. I wouldn't be surprised if I did something like, you know, a private apartment, and then a Bright Staff Refectory just betwixt the two. What's the private bedroom? A private bedroom is a better dorm, yeah. It's just dorms for the students to sleep a lot faster. I don't think I disliked the non-offsetting of these last time, but what I did find I disliked was not offsetting 2 size classes against one another. Because then I would be able to get a better effect out of things that boost adjacencies. I wonder, says Echo Jew, does it guarantee at least 1 mana production option if you don't already have 1 mana production option? I think the first time I selected there, it didn't give me a mana option. The first draw from the standard deck, if I recall correctly. It was a library, a private apartment, and a refectory. None of those are mana. So maybe it guarantees it on the final roll as kind of like a mercy rule or something like that, but I know it doesn't do it on everyone. That's a lot. 22. Thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Jerry Modes and chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Oh god, I completely missed this as well. Alright. So where do I put the students' hall? Because it's going to be... it has to be on a different floor, or very far away at the absolute least from the Bright Staff Refectory. Let's get the Shadow Room here. Pedagogy excellent, and you're inspiring and an ex-inquisitor? Get on in this school, Hannah! Let me also make sure that I pull up the right name list. There we go. Good to see it over on the side there. Just reduct that size a bit. I can't just go private apartment, right? Maybe there's a tunnel across thing that I could do here as well. Actually, maybe I do like an admin wing and then student wing and then like teaching area. That could be reasonable. Honestly, I'm kind of like firing in the dark here, so it could be reasonable, it could not be. Who knows? It is impossible to know. Alright, Bright Staff Refectory, you go there, and then another private apartment's over on the other side of that bad boy. I mean, this, yeah, the efficiency upgrade of a private apartment. I wish it would actually tell me, like, the capacity of a private apartment. Because if this can hold all of my teachers, then I should just put another private apartment in there. I didn't... Well, that's where it is now. It's in a new position. They're down here. I thought I put it back in my hand, but the game and I have a disagreement on that, apparently. Oh, no, I should have stacked them because of the magical hat. All right. One at a time, I think. Maybe you're right. Because there's 1 seat in here, and then there's 7 seats in that room. 5 in this room for 5 students to be sitting. 10 in this room for 10 students to sit. Yeah, maybe it's the number of seats in the room, right? This shadow room has 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 for a teacher. So 3 students should be able to study there, if that's holding across the board. All right, student hall. You want to go out in this direction, I think. Yeah, and then I want a 1 space here, and then a 2 space jumping across both of them, so that worst case scenario, they only have to go up and down and actually get around that room. Let's get ourselves a couple new houses as well. An arcane scholar seems exactly the kind of person we may want. Also a worker. Love it. We'll roll the crest 2 more times and then name them appropriately. F is for flail. I cannot tell you for any reason that I've decided on that name. F is just for flail. Blueberry Burst actually would have been better. Shadow Discipline! And you're passionate! So Shadow Discipline, learn Shadow Magic 25% faster. Passionate learns the 4th and last magic levels 25% faster. Obviously, you will prioritize Shadow. We'll roll 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Mephisto's kittens. And yeah, you can have a red cloak. That seems like the right kind of thing to give to y'all. Alright, and then it's time to actually get some students in this school. Emily Stormcalm has the curse of sloth and the heat wave, is a jack of all trades and a worker. Works less efficiently in crowded rooms, normal care to good. I mean, look, you could actually go pretty much anywhere. Let's get you in F is for flail, because you'll up your worker bonus. You'll get 20% magic, faster learning for all magics. Popular courageous, normal well off. I mean, look, you can go anywhere. You just go over there then. Shadow Disciple, who's allergic to pollen. You go in Mephisto's Kiss. Mephisto's Kiss. Actually, that kind of is a better name. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better than Mephisto's Kittens. Ambitious, chosen by the light. Hypochondriac and claustrophobic. Yeah, you 100% need to go in a class that isn't going to try and study too much. Actually, you're claustrophobic. Maybe I want to put you in the general class right now and tell the general class that they can't study shadow magic, because I want everyone else who is going to study shadow magic effectively to study it instead. So you go in the general class now. Gourmet procrastinator. Ever so flail. We'll go adjust their priorities accordingly. You're not allowed to study shadow. That kid's just not going to study for a bit? Yeah. Making space for the other kids to study. See, I don't want this kid to hold them back. Hang on. Alright, so we've got the villagers coming in relatively soon. Nothing much I can do before that, though. So we'll just up the speed. Welcome on in, teachers and students. It's time for the first semester. The villagers send their regards. Hi there. We're not from round here. We don't like trouble and we're not fond of strangers. What are you doing here exactly? I could go for light mana. I could go for natural mana. Or I could tell them straight up, hey, I do actually intend to summon demons. Screw y'all. Gimme demons. Ah, I see. I see. Assassin's Arena. Comes with a classroom that allows you to quickly improve your assassination skills. The room comes with a teacher. Why do you lose rep with the Inquisition for saying you support light magic? Aren't the Inquisition light magic? Kind of? They seem to be light magic, but they also seem to hate it when you use light magic. They've had that in a couple different affairs there. What's the prison? The prison is for bad students. You put bad students in the prison and they stop misbehaving. When a teacher catches a student misbehaving, the student is sent to the prison to discourage it from doing it again for a while, and to encourage them instead to work more. There's also a janitor's lodge here. Supplies a janitor who cleans walls vandalized by students and improves the room's efficiency. So both of those rooms are equally accessible from all sides. I think the Inquisition is just anti-magic, but they can also teach you light mana though. Like, they can give you light mana in exchange for... Well, actually, you have to trade part of your reputation with them to get the light mana. But they also give you pyres, which increase... Like, they've got weird stuff going on. The only reason I don't immediately click the Assassin's Arena here is because I worry that I'm gonna get a bunch of things that want me to specialize in not only non-shadow options, but if they do ask me to invest in shadow options, they may ask me to invest in non-assassination skills. We could take it and not play. Oh, you can actually do that! I'm so not used to the idea of just not putting it down immediately. The other two seem like they're an efficiency booster. I might want to... You know? I'm gonna take the janitor's lounge. Punctual and steadfast, but you are demanding and slow. So you move 20% slower, but you also move faster than most characters. Does anyone happen to know? So this is a question that was brought up in Teak's stream yesterday, and I don't know if there was maybe afterwards an answer given at any point. But does anyone know how the pedagogy of a janitor or a nurse or a librarian or any of these kinds of things that don't have an actual class that they're teaching? Does anyone know how their pedagogy affects things? Is it a 10% boost in their speed of cleaning? Or is it just entirely not used? Regardless, we will be taking the left hand there. Let's also have a look at some of our meta rules here in the headmaster's office. So currently my dormitories are free, my meals are paid. There's an application fee for trying to come in. We've got a pre-selection that's giving us more students rather than getting wealthier or more educated or saner students, I'm okay with that. We can get these other rules active if we'd like. Students learn 10% faster, but recover from hunger, tiredness, and boredom 30% slower. Definitely can't do that. That would be organizing a yearly contest between the houses. New students will finish their curriculum 1 year early. And you'll gain gold every season, but lose a bit of prestige. Maybe that. Maybe that one. The applicants can be men or women. Men, women, got it. I actually think I'm not going to change anything there just yet. A gift from the minstrel. The man is truly awesome. So you actually, like, collect trophies in this room as you go through. Nice. I like games like that. There was a mod for Fallout New Vegas that gave you a little hideout. It was kind of like between Cazador Canyons, effectively. And it gave you a little hideout that you could nestle your way into, and the hideout had a spot on a shelf for every weapon available in the game, every unique weapon available in the game. So just finishing a bunch of different side quests just to come back and slot them onto the wall was just deeply appealing to me. Just that kind of like, I just like collecting. I do. I just do. Alright, let's get some more students in here. Wait, I didn't name any of the students. Oh, butts. All right, we'll start naming students now. Marjorie Anselm is comical, is a coward, and is antisocial. They are chaotic, good, brilliant, but poor. I'm just going to invert the list from last time. Last time, the last we named was silly. So we will do that first this time. And you're brilliant, so you're learning 40% faster. Let's put you in Shadow Disciple, right? 40% faster, 25% faster, and then another 25% faster for final levels. I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up managing to get all of the levels of Assassin stuff done. Assassin's Arena has a boost that stacks at 2 and 3, making your students move faster and more athletic. Ooh. Intriguing, intriguing. I mean, we are getting Shadow Mana. Maybe we get another Assassin's Arena in the future. Well-behaved child of nature who is voracious, dumb, and poor is Irene Carrot here. However, they will inherit the name Tristan. Fare thee well. And Tristan Fare thee well is a F is for flesh. I mean, honestly, you are actually like 40% worse at everything. You're in the general class. Arcane Scholar, Comical Worker, Ugly Shifty. What are the 2 modifiers under Lawful? Oh, right, yes. These are the level modifiers that we have as a result of the curse that we took at the very start of this, as well as the heat wave that is just extant here in the desert. So, hunger and tiredness increase at faster rates because of the desert relentlessness, and Curse of Sloth is needs grow more often in bursts, rather than being kind of like more distributed and manageable. You will be Willow. I mean, Willow the Wisp is 100% how I'm going to have to type that this entire time. You're an Arcane Scholar, sure, you can go in there. Light Sleeper, chosen by the light. Aggressive Bibliophile. Sorry, Bibliophobia! You can be Abattoth? Abattoth Pantoon. Not Patone. I liked that. Thought it might have been a vampire werewolf thing. Yeah, this kind of does look like the vampire one. It'd be interesting if we did get many vampires here in the desert, but I'm certain it can happen. Passionate. Stacking Passionate's also pretty good, but you are miserable. Oscar Tiamo. Oscar, you are David Miamor. You stack your passion. Let's also pull another card from the standard deck. Another copy of Private Apartments. Damn! we can, like, we can really, really try and expand if we do that. Or, nearby students have a small chance of gaining specialization in a random school of magic. Okay, well, it's totally got to be that, and then we pop that in the main room, right? Totally has to be that. So we can have 10 students in this room, whereas we can only have 5 students in the student hall, so I feel like the correct positioning's down there. You know what I found when I was counting my cows this morning? There's one missing. It's the prettiest one, too. Was it you? Of course. We use cow blood in our summoning rituals. That's gonna start getting us poorer students consistently if I take that 600 shadow mana, but I could also totally do it, and I'm doing it.
Ah, a new school for my kingdom. So very great, so very great. I would love to help, for I am a fair and generous king. What do you need?
200 gold or a card out of 3. I'm going to take a card out of 3. And there's another Janitor's Lodge if we should want it. We also have Enchantment and Retribution shown after the fact. I am actually going to get a second Janitor's Lodge. Last time, our whole building was vandalized the entire time. We had such efficiency losses as a result of that. And it's my aim that that won't occur again. Now, I could try and stack that bad boy, but we found that when we stacked them, it actually wasn't particularly effective. Just hang on to the janitor for now? That's fair. Yeah, like, I'm not even really going to be able to place it too far from the other janitor. So yeah, that's a good point well made. Let's get another call from the shadow deck. Crypt. We can already start on some necromancy skills, but we are also being offered the tentacle. Active students in this room slightly improve their demonology and portal magic skills, but they also lose sanity. Demonology and portal magic are the two things we are heavily focused on, specifically being in the branches of arcane and shadow. Finally, there is a skull. The need of active teachers in this room increases more slowly, and they may lose their unionized trait. I think we need to take the tentacle. And this one, I mean, this one can go in the room where they're already learning shadow stuff. But it could also just go in the passive room. Which are they going to spend more of their time in? I don't know. Really depends on how quickly their boredom increases, I guess. Alright, shadow deck. There's another Assassin's Arena. Do I... Oh, Evil Banner. Active characters in this room improve your reputation with the Lord of Evil. Get that very early on. Actually end up with some good reputation with the Lord of Evil. Maybe that then gives me the ability to start asking for vampires from the Lord of Evil. All I would have to do is get a coffin, right? Have good reputation with the Lord of Evil, get a coffin, and then I can go there and ask for vampires. I could also get chains here, which would satisfy one of the Parent-Teacher Association quests that comes up in a bit. Active students... Well, actually, no, I already have a prison, don't I? No, I don't have a prison. Okay. Well, then chains would do that. Active students in this room are intimidated and misbehave less, or I could get the Assassin's Arena at this point. Actually kind of leaning towards the Evil Banner. I'm trying to do the things that I didn't do last time. We want them misbehaving, though, don't we? That is a good point well made. We kind of do. Alright, shadow deck. Demonic Chamber, if we want to get a bit more in the demonology skills. Okay, I think here I'm definitely not going for a third Janitor's Lodge, so we should choose one of these. This room's smaller, so it has space for, I imagine, fewer students. Maybe that's our deciding factor. Explosions of demonology, I think. Well, I mean, at the absolute least, demonology is going to stack with the bonuses we're getting from the tentacle. You already have a way to increase demonology, right? Yeah. But I want to stack rather than specialize. Sorry, I want to specialize rather than generalize, rather. I don't know if I want to put that down immediately, though. We'll hold it for the moment. Ah, but I have students who can't really do anything at the moment as well, don't I? How many students have I got? I got 10 students, and currently I only have 1, 2, 3. So I've literally 3 spaces that they can learn in. Maybe I do need to just drop the demonic chamber somewhere. I mean, putting it immediately next to another shadow school seems okay. I kind of want to put it on the same floor as the other shadow school, just so that if I do get something like the snake that increases an entire floor's efficiency, it'll affect both.
Ancient wisdom.
Which is appropriate as you are also an elder. You're voracious and a light sleeper. You're a demanding coward. You're a job lover, and you're punctual, though. Chaotic evil. Or chaotic good. I really wish that I could bring up the balance of my students' alignments here. If you put it beside the Shadow School, you can put a Necromancy beneath it. Yeah, I could put the Necromancy or even the Assassin's Arena beneath it, right? They're both 2 spaces and open on all edges. I will take Oscar. It's time for you to teach in our school, Oscar. Whoop. We've first got the ability to communicate. I'll do that before we actually meet you, friends out here. So the mercenaries' first contact with us is going to be asking what schools we specialize in. We can ask for an artifact. We can ask for explosives, which will give us both arcane and demonology stuff, if I recall correctly. So we'll ask for the second option from her. So the village already hates us. They have increased all of our teachers' salaries by 40%. Look, you gotta break a few eggs in order to make a few broken eggs, right? That's what they always say. Who are we gonna get the best results with here? Honestly, at the moment, it's probably something like just going to the Royal Bastion and saying, "Hi, how's it going, bud?" Enjoy the hunt, Your Majesty. I'll get a plus 15 with you. We found a window between troll operations. We're going to take blowing things up. There's another demonic chamber available to us. And here is an elementalist dojo. Heck, there's even another magical hat if I should want it. Get all of the teachers to improve their pedagogy really, really quickly. I mean, maybe that's a great idea this early on. Just get another magical hat, everyone becomes really great teachers. Is that an awful idea? Because it's up against an elementalist dojo, which is also good, right? It's also something that we actually may want to go into. You know what? All of our teachers will be the absolute best teachers. That's our plan. We're about to have our first encounter with a djinn. Hello. Greetings, mortal. Welcome to the desert. We djinns are the greatest and strongest spellcasters there ever will be. We're even capable of granting wishes for those who are worthy. Meet us in the sand altar if you think you deserve our help. I will mention at this point that I'm not going to meet them just yet because they want 700 alchemical mana, 700, I think it's arcane mana, or 700 natural mana to actually give you anything. And the first time you meet them, if you have none of those, your response to them is, "Damn, I wish you'd told me that before I came here," which is exactly what I felt at the time that I tried it off camera. Sorry about that. Ooh, we've got an elf! Learns 30% faster in higher rooms and only chooses among their 4 best futures. You're a bit slow, but you are well off. You're a steadfast worker. You're a flail right there. Well-behaved worker. You're claustrophobic. You're dumb and well-off. You're also a flail right there. Learns alchemy, slow, a child of nature, brilliant and well-off. Well, Wilfred, you sound like a Mephisto kitten. Ambitious. I see. I see. You're also a wee bit hyperactive. That's an F as flail friend right there. Unfortunately, we do not have enough money. Wait. Oh, we were going to be able to do none of those.
We think your methods have been impacting our child terribly. These terrible grades. It must be the teacher's fault. It's the only explanation.
I imagine Silly has had a lot of experience with this kind of sentiment being shared. We deny all allegations of being the cause of your child's worthlessness. We've provided nurture. You provided the nature, you goddamn nerds. Sup, Abatoth? Welcome on in. We have a character named after you at the moment, roaming around in the school. Where are you? There you are! Abatoth Pantone! You are a arcane scholar worker chosen by the light and a light sleeper also. Abatoth, by the by, thank you very much for the T1 subscription. Jerry Modes and Chan, welcome back to the 7th month. Welcome back to the Republic. Arcane Scholar, diligent and well-behaved. You are a bit slow and miserable, but you're an F for flail kind of student right there. Ether scores... again, I've forgotten to continue naming. Luke, you are Luke. You're a bully, procrastinator, and light sleeper. A bully, procrastinator, and light sleeper. Man, that's a hard kind of set of 3 different things to pull an actual source for here. You are...
Dragon.
I'm just trying to think of someone who, you know, is thought of historically as sleeping quite lightly and as being quite a bit lazy and being a little bit of a bully, and that's a dragon upon its horde, right? It's gotta be. Big Dr. Lux, thank you very much for gifting 2 tier 1 subs to the community, to Ibernite and to Censorat. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic, y'all. Thank you so much, Big Dr. Lux. You're definitely F is for flail material right there. Linda Ironwind, you can actually keep your last name. That's a good one. You are now Rawsome Ironwind. You're a chaotic evil student, so maybe you actually want to be in the shadow discipline. I'm not going to put you there, but maybe you want to be there. Hello, Inquisition, what's up? No, I'm not... Wait, hang on. Oh, it's a tithe. Oh, gosh. Okay, I thought they were going to ask me to discard the card from my hand, and I did not want to discard that Janitor's Lodge. We'll pay. Don't give us any trouble here. A little bit more travel option available to us. Again, I think we're just going to try and get in good with the king. War Council is happening. If we had a door between worlds, we would be able to repel the enemy. If we had 80 with the Inquisition, we'd be able to repel the enemy. Unfortunately, we have neither. So let's just get plus 10 factional reputation there. That plus 10 factional reputation with the Royal Bastion has taken us to 25. So now our new students are on average wealthier. Good thing to have gotten quite quick out there. Trudy, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Enjoy modes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Alright, Shadow Deck, what do you got for us? A grotesque statue. New students have a higher chance of being deep folk. I see. I see. I don't have any space for it right now, to be clear. And even if I put down the Janitor's Lodge, I would not have space for it. That one, here you go. Good to see you. How was your birthday? I think I will take the crypts now. Do I take the crypts? Demonology over there. Maybe I take another Janitor's Lodge. We're a school of janitors, exclusively. What's the effect of the deep folk? Yeah, they reduce the Dark Lord's strength when they graduate. Buys you more time. Honestly, I have so many students in the school, I need more places to educate them. Let's make this area down here horrifically dense. Man, all of them already have really high pedagogy. Like, how are they going to increase it past that point? You lower your sanity, you're clumsy, people misbehave less in your class. I actually kind of don't want that. Your needs grow slower, you lose less sanity, boredom grows faster for your enemies. And so your opposer, boredom grows 20% faster for all the characters in the room, and then you're pretentious. Your presence increases the boredom of other characters. God damn it. Alright, I'll be taking May Gale instead then. What are these hats gonna do if everyone's already perfect? Nothing at all, right? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Ooh, we actually have enough to get draw from the light tech right now. Although, maybe we want to have that Inquisition quest before we do it.